Hey Disney friends, it's Amber with Mickey Travels. This video is going to take different things that you can do to try to save money for your Walt Disney World vacation. I've got about 6 things that you can take a look at as far as what's outside what Disney offers as far as promotions to try to get you the most bang for your buck. We all know Disney can be a little pricey, but there are ways around it, and there are some tips that I would love to provide for you. So stay tuned.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
A few of these things are going to be before you book your trip, some are going to be during, and then some may be after, in anticipation for you booking your next trip. So first, what I would do is I would suggest booking with an authorized Disney travel agent. Now, these are going to be the exact same prices that you would be able to get on the Disney World website if you're doing Disney World, or the Disneyland website if you're booking Disneyland. So sometimes I get questions like, well, how can you save me money? Well, authorized Disney vacation planners, their main objective isn't necessarily to get you a cheaper vacation than what Disney offers. It's to be there to be by your side for all planning aspects, including dining, fast passes, booking activities, knowing which resort's best for you, tips along the way, what do you do when it rains, all kinds of different things. And we take pride in being there for you at any point in time with emails or phone calls, rather than you having to call Disney themselves for any changes or questions that you have. But one great utilization of a Disney travel agent is that they are able to continuously look for discounts even after you've booked. For example, when you book a vacation through Disney, you have to call them directly if you see something has been released as far as a discount, and you have to wait on hold for hours on end to get that discount. Plus, sometimes you may not even know there's a discount. Disney will not email you to tell you, hey, your package is cheaper, it's time to get that discount. Well, with an authorized Disney vacation planner, they are able to get the discount, probably get it for you before you even wake up that morning, and will save you money and continuously look all the time. So that's my number 1 tip, is to book with them. And if you need to know of someone who is an authorized Disney vacation planner, send me a message and I can point you in the right direction. Wink, wink. Okay, so you've booked your trip and now you're wanting to know how to save money in preparation for that amount. You already know what your set amount's gonna be. Maybe you'll get a discount later, but how do you start saving money? Well, there are a few tricks that I have personally used and have learned through my years of working with Disney to know some of the tricks. Now, first off, Disney has gift cards that they sell in all kinds of retail stores. And if you do book with Disney, or even with a travel agent that works with Disney, you can use these to pay your trip off. That's another benefit. You don't have to necessarily pay the travel agent cash or pay them. With authorized Disney vacation planners, you are paying Disney directly. They're just there to help and will make the payment for you on your behalf. Typical other travel agents like AAA, etc., that work with all kinds of different trips, don't necessarily focus on Disney and may have different rules and regulations as far as what can be paid for with that. So with the gift cards, and I've done this personally, we have what's called Sam's Club in my area. Some of you may have Costco's, etc. And they sell these gift cards in $150 increments, but they sell them to you at a discounted price of like $143. So if you are gonna pay your entire trip off in Disney gift cards, you're saving $6 or $7 each $150 increment, which could add up depending on how high your price is. So other things that you can do is Target does the same kind of promotion, but they don't have a discount on the gift cards themselves. But if you are a Target Red Card member, you can buy them with your Target Red Card, get a discount on it. The bigger savings is if you have the Target Red Card to use on gift cards, because you can actually get percentages off with gift cards, unlike other department stores where there's no percentage off those. The negative with this is that you're gonna have hundreds of gift cards paying a trip off. But there is a little trick. You can't actually put all gift cards together to be in increments of $1,000 and then input those numbers into your trip to pay it off. Same with using a travel agent. You know, in fact, you could give all of these to your travel agent because they are willing to do that for you and they will input them all in for you. Also with gift cards is my number 3 way that you can save some money, and it's through apps on your phone that are money back programs. So Swagbucks is the one that I'm somewhat familiar with. I've personally never used these, But anywhere that sells Disney gift cards, you can input your payment that you've made on your app and you can get cash back for buying in that store. So for example, if you bought some Disney gift cards at Best Buy and then you put that you spent $150 in gift cards, and then you'll get cash back from Best Buy, and I believe sometimes the stores, even Best Buy, give you 2% like points back, and you can use those points to buy more gift cards, or you can use those points for cash into like maybe a PayPal account. So I'm not super familiar with these apps. People rant and rave about them. I'm sure all different types of stores and different types of apps do the same kind of thing, where you get money back for spending in their store and then points that you can use in other places. So that is another handy thing to do. Just think of some of the major retailers that sell these gift cards. They're all over the place. So Target, Best Buy, Walmart, gas stations. I almost said Toys R Us. Man, I miss Toys R Us. If you have a Disney credit card, which is through Chase, you can actually get cash back on using that credit card specifically for Disney Vacation. The other perk is that Disney Visa cardholders actually get more discounts than those that don't have Disney Visas. And what that means is you have more availability for things like free dining. For example, right now over the summer, they offered free dining very quickly, and a lot of people were able to get that. But then if they decided to book later, the free dining promotion was already gone. But if you have a Disney Visa, the whole month of August, you are able to get free dining just because you have that card. The only thing is you have to pay the deposit with the Disney Visa. So you didn't even have to pay the whole trip with the Disney Visa, just the deposit of $200. So overall, if you pay the whole trip off with your Disney Visa, you'll get tons of points back, and sometimes they're double depending on if it's Disney or not, because I think you get extra points if you spend them in like Disney stores and Disney travel, obviously. So you'll get the points back, and in return can use that as maybe cash in your pocket. Disney Visa cardholders also have other perks. They get a special meet and greet, and mostly it's good for the zero interest, I believe. You get 6 months zero interest when paying on your Disney trip. Sometimes it's up to a year. It just changes all the time. And that's why it's hard to make some of these videos, because I could be saying one thing and then in a year it's something completely different. So just check the Disney Chase Visa and it'll tell you on there how long their 0% interest runs for. Okay, so you went on your first Disney trip. It was fantastic. Maybe you've gone on your 5th. It doesn't matter. If you stay on Disney property, you have a really nice promotion that they provide for you for your next trip. They call it a bounce back offer. And when you go into your room, you have these guides that talk about the different parks and the hours and the activities that are going on in your resort. But inside the booklet is a special discount for you when you want to book your next trip. So I'll show you what that looks like. So this is from when we went a year ago. So obviously this doesn't apply now because it expired in 2018. But it says, saying goodbye is never easy, but saying hello again has never been easier. And it will give me a discount on my next trip, 30% off deluxe resorts, 25 on moderate, and 20 on value. Now this changes. Most of the time it does stick to this, and there are certain dates. So for example, this one was going to be from May to December. I could book and get that percentage off. The key is that you have to book this before you check out. So the day before you leave, you want to go ahead and book your bounce back offer for your next vacation. You just contact them on the number provided, and then they will have your next trip ready to go. You can transfer those bounce back trips to a travel agent if you have one that you work with. Side note, I have a client that she books bounce backs every single time that she goes, and we have continuously compared the bounce back offer to things such as free dining or room promotions that come out, and her bounce back is always a better promotion than anything Disney provides. The only exception I think is that is a better discount would be an AP discount. So if you are a season pass holder, which is what we call in Silver City times down here, if you have an annual pass, that means that you can actually get a nice discount on rooms. And I think that discount is usually a lot better than the regular discount that they provide to the public. If you're gonna spend more than 10 days at Disney in a year, then the annual pass is something you may wanna consider. And the last thing I have to try to help you to save some money for your Disney trip is to check your mail. If you've been to Disney or even like went to the website and requested more information, I know when I was in high school and college, when I was still living with my parents, I would request that free DVD they would send every summer just so I could watch it to know what was going on. Well, they have saved that address from when I would request those, and I get what's called a PIN code sent to my parents' house all the time. And a PIN code is going to be a special code to the person it's addressed to, and you can only use that code. So you'll call Disney or work with your agent, and they will give you a certain percentage off. And most of the time it's going to be exactly what is offered online, but just maybe better dates or better availability. So if you have the regular promotion that's for these certain dates, keep in mind that Disney does not release all of the rooms for promotions. So someone may contact me and say, my dates qualify for a promotion, how come you weren't able to get me one? Well, maybe they didn't release more than 2 rooms at Wilderness Lodge or something. It's just very difficult to predict which rooms are gonna have availability for certain dates on promotions. So anyway, with PIN codes, I feel like there are better availability if you get those PIN codes in the mail. It will be like a flat envelope that when you flip it up, it will have a 6-digit or 8-digit code, and you will just input that. And I believe you can book 3 rooms with that PIN code. You just have to be traveling on the trip to be able to use it. I hope this was helpful for you to try to think of some ways that you can save money on your Disney trip. As far as booking like in bits and pieces and using websites such as Expedia and like Undercover Tourist and things like that, I just don't recommend you splitting your trip up and trying just to get the best for your dollar. The reason is if you book everything together with Disney, it just makes it seamless and more magical for being there rather than just trying to save $10 by buying tickets through a website that isn't necessarily affiliated with Disney. Saying that, I'm hoping these things that I gave you are gonna help you feel better about the amount that maybe you have to spend to enjoy Disney World and the ways to kind of save some of that money instead of like going all over the place like a chicken with your head cut off trying to save $1 or $2 there. What ways do you save money on Disney trips? Are there apps that you use that I didn't mention? You guys know a ton of stuff too, and I always love when you leave comments telling me about new information I may not have mentioned. So let me know in the comments below if there's something else that you have encountered when trying to save money for your Disney trip. If you're interested in using my planning services and would like to book your next Disney vacation with me, please see my information below. I have a Facebook and my email down there, and I am very quick to respond, and I'm looking forward to working with you in the future, hopefully. Have a magical day. I will talk to you soon. Bye.